Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. And I hope you're having a wonderful start to your weekend. My name is Mary Grace, who you can call me MG, and I'll be your host and moderator for today's event. It is my honor to welcome all of you to the second edition of Shopee University Summit, entitled Marketing 101 to Promote Your Business. Salamat Shopee for bringing us here today for an exciting and insightful event. Given the shift to the digital era, many more people have turned to e-commerce due to the added convenience and easy access to everyday needs. This has empowered many Filipino entrepreneurs to start their own businesses. Here at Shopee, we have made it a mission to help MSMEs transition to online marketplace so they can continue to thrive in the new normal. Well, hello to everybody. I'm seeing all those comments coming in the chat box. Keep them coming. And definitely, we are glad to have all of you to join us to learn more about how you can learn the right tools and knowledge to help build your profitable businesses. We're also definitely fortunate to have with us today some of the industry's experts to share their knowledge on how you can maximize your marketing efforts and future-proof your operations, especially with the upcoming holiday season. Nako, months na nga po, no? At papalapit na papalapit ang Pasko, down to less than 100 days to celebrating the Christmas season. We will also be having Shopee leaders in our top brands to tell you about how easy is it to grow and promote your business with Shopee. If you have any questions for our speakers, feel free to submit your questions via the Q&A function found at the bottom of your Zoom screens. And we'll try to pick up some questions from you guys that we'll be asking our speakers at the Q&A segment. You also don't want to miss out on our raffle draw later because we have awesome prizes to be given away. So are you guys ready? I can feel the energy from our friends right here. But now to start off our Shopee University Summit, please join me in welcoming Shopee's Head of Seller Operations, Mr. Mark Chua.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. My name is Mark Chua, and I am the Head of Seller Operations for Shopee Philippines. I'd like to welcome everyone today to our Shopee University Summit. Masaya kaming makita kayong lahat on this Saturday morning at maraming salamat for attending. I really hope that all of you and your loved ones are safe right now. We all know na hindi madali magpatakbo ng business at this time. And that's why here in Shopee, gusto namin kayong tulungan as much as possible by allowing all kinds of businesses to sell on our platform. That's also why we came up with Shopee University Summit. We want all sellers to learn how easy it is to ship online through Shopee. Marami sa inyo are already existing Shopee sellers, but meron din sa mga kasama natin today via live stream who are sellers trying to decide if they should be selling on Shopee. For those of you not yet familiar with Shopee and our platform, allow me to introduce some Shopee background quickly. So as many of you know, Shopee is the fastest growing and leading e-commerce platform in Southeast Asia and Taiwan. Recently, we have expanded to Latin America, where Brazil is our 8th market. Our app is also available in Colombia, Chile, and Mexico, and we've been growing rapidly over the last few years across both our sellers and orders, and recorded the strongest momentum through the second quarter of 2021. Our sustained growth over the years has allowed us to extend our leadership as the #1 e-commerce platform in the region. What some of you may not know is that Shopee is also part of a larger organization called C Group. C is a digital entertainment, e-commerce, and digital financial services leader. We are the first Southeast Asian internet business of scale to be listed in the New York Stock Exchange. As part of our growth, Shopee's reach has expanded to over 14 cities across the world, including Sao Paulo in Brazil, and our headquarters located in Singapore. A big part of our growth really are the MSMEs like you, who have found ways to grow their business with Shopee. We're proud that we have given a lot of growth opportunities for all kinds of businesses through our platform. So we know it's challenging to run a business in times like these, and Shopee remains committed to empowering MSMEs during this pandemic. As part of this commitment, Shopee has a wide range of online tools to help MSMEs succeed in e-commerce, such as our Seller Center, which houses tools that sellers can use to monitor, maximize, and optimize their sales. We also have our Seller Performance System, which is a point-based system that helps sellers track their performance and highlight key areas to improve their operations. We also place a strong focus on upskilling and training sellers to really succeed in e-commerce. We have tools and programs to guide you on your journey. So for example, we have our Seller Education Hub, which houses all the resources and policies a Shopee seller needs to know. Here, we also provide sellers with comprehensive learning modules on how to increase their sales, improve operations, and create an online presence. We also conduct regular training events like our Seller Masterclass, where we partner with the DTI to train sellers to use effective advertising tactics and marketing tools to boost their sales and establish their online presence. In addition, we're also constantly launching initiatives to guide our sellers and to give them the support that they need to succeed. This year, we had several Tatak Pinoy initiatives to help promote various homegrown products of our local MSMEs. And as many of you know, Shopee holds campaigns all year round to help boost the exposure of our sellers' items. We just kicked off our busiest season of the year with our 9/9 sale, and we're gearing up for an even bigger 11/11, 12/12. So for those of you who are watching and not yet onboarded on Shopee, you might be asking, ano ang mga advantages if my store is on Shopee? First, Shopee is designed with a mobile user experience at its core. Using Shopee is easy, convenient, and friendly. So a favorite pastime of shoppers really is to play games on Shopee and to browse through Shopee listings and add to cart many things to purchase in the future. Second, the Shopee app is not just simple to use, but its features, security, and operational capabilities are also very convenient. And not just for the shoppers, but also for sellers. You can literally run your Shopee store just by using your mobile phone. Third, it's not really just a place to purchase or sell, but a place to interact and socialize and learn with other like-minded sellers and shoppers through the many social features it has. And finally, we have a robust integrated logistics and payment options that make it easy for shoppers to purchase and for sellers to receive their items. We all know that the easier it is to purchase a product, the more likely shoppers will make a purchase. So in terms of payment options, Shopee ensures that we have a wide range of different channels available to our shoppers. And of course, to ensure deliveries are as prompt as possible and packages are delivered with care, we have a range of different logistics providers, including our own Shopee Express, as well as other logistics partners. So dito sa Shopee, we want to make sure that sellers can navigate the new normal successfully. We hope that Shopee University Summit helps reach more customers. For those of you who have not yet onboarded on Shopee, we highly encourage you to start selling on Shopee. You may do so by scanning the QR code on your screens, and a representative from our acquisition team will be reaching out to you. So thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone. And I hope that you all enjoyed our second Shopee University Summit. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Sir Mark. Maraming salamat sa ating pag-welcome to all the viewers we have here today. Mapa dito sa Zoom o kaya sa Facebook Live or on Shopee Live as well. Nako to everybody, if you are interested, and we will love to have you to be on board here with us on Shopee. Kaya naman, let's get into our topics for today. In every business, it's important to have the right branding and look into generating recall. Nako, importante po yan. And for our first speaker today, she will be discussing about finding the right branding for a business and its importance. So ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome the Executive Director of Design Center of the Philippines, Ms. Rhea Matute.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning to the Shopee community and to the participants of the second edition of the Shopee University Summit. Happy Saturday to all. On behalf of Design Center of the Philippines, it is an honor to be with you this morning to talk about a topic that we at Design Center continuously assist Filipino MSMEs navigate, and that is a discussion on branding. This is why I entitled my presentation today, Navigating Branding. For me, branding is a journey. A business owner commits the entire life of the business to continually communicate what it is all about to its customers, to its stakeholders, to potential customers, and to a certain extent to the general public due to the use of social media. It is not something that you do only one time, but branding is what you do every day, every touch point you create as a business, even as a business owner, what you do reflects on your brand. It strengthens it, it weakens it. So let's begin. Is my slide, sorry, is my slide back there? Okay. Next, please. Okay. So this is the outline of my presentation. I have divided into 3 parts. Definition of branding, that includes elements every business owner need to always keep an eye out for and orchestrate every day of the business life. Value and purpose, I wanted to do this to emphasize of the seismic consumer change that has occurred as a result of the pandemic. Every business owner should be aware of this to remain relevant in the marketplace. And last is a case study. I would like to share with you all the start of a branding journey that we at Design Center are also undertaking for a homegrown material innovation project that we developed alongside our collaborators, our partners. With this, I hope that I will be able to make the case on the very important contribution the branding and proper brand management does for the business to make it more meaningful to its target audience and to nurture and sustain the brand loyalty or brand love, whether or not you believe that love is forever. Next, please. So let's begin with the definition. Next. The concept of branding has evolved and continually evolves throughout the years. These are just a few examples of how brands and branding is defined by several international experts in the field. There is no right or wrong. Maybe there may be some better than others, depending on what the business is doing. But I want to point out here is how it has evolved from primarily where the brand and the brand image or the brand reputation used to be solely dictated by the business owner, or as indicated here as sender, to then evolving into the brand being largely dictated by what your consumer or your customer perceives it to be, based on their experience of your product or your service, indicated here as the receiver, into what it is currently today, or basically what is generally considered today as brand or branding, which is a dynamic interaction between the customer or the consumer, which is the receiver, or the brand owner or the business owner, the sender, and which it helps constantly define and redefine what the brand stands for or the brand's relationship with its customers throughout its business life. I think it is even more relevant today as businesses are demanded by consumers to be transparent. They want to know what the product is made out of. They want to know if the raw materials and your processes are respectful to the environment. They want to know how you make it. Basically, consumers are demanding to know what you have done or what you are doing for the business or the brand to be worthy of the consumer's hard-earned money. Are you worthy? Next slide, please. So these are all the elements involved in branding or developing your brand identity. And once you have established your identity, how will you consistently communicate your brand identity? What you and your brand stand for, what you represent to the consumer, to your target market. All these elements that show or communicate what you and your company stand for, what your expertise is. Why are you in business beyond just making profit? How your company would be able to consistently deliver the quality service or the quality product that you promise your consumer you will deliver to them. What will the brand make them experience every time they use your product or every time they use your service? These are the elements that help you develop your identity in the market. That which will make you unique in order to stand out. But more importantly, unique to make people want to keep coming back to buy from you, buy your product, buy your service. I kid you not, a brand is not just a logo. A logo is only a symbol. A brand is not simply a product or a service. A brand is a result of the customer's feeling about a product or service or a company. It ends up in their heads, in their hearts. So a brand is your reputation, a result of the interaction between the business product or business service and its consumer. I have this favorite quote from Michael Eisner, the former chairman and chief executive of the Walt Disney Company. And he said, a brand is a living entity, and it is enriched or undermined cumulatively over time. The brand is a product of 1,000 small gestures. And one of the most important gestures you must make or commit to is to deliver on your brand promise, your unrelenting determination and commitment to deliver on your brand promise. Next slide, please. So here we are, deliver on the brand promise. Let's take an example, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, Langhap Sarap, Jollibee's brand promise. That in one sniff, it captures you, it satisfies you, it defines that sarap experience in just one langhap. Jollibee's promise is from the first sniff of their food to the last lingering taste on your taste buds. You will find their product or experience of their product to be beyond satisfying, to be sarap, to be langhap sarap. Another example would be Rags to Riches. Their brand name is actually their brand promise. From their artisans who weave the many retazos of cloth or material into their signature bags. You're not simply buying a bag. The money you spend on a Rags to Riches bag help give their artisans livelihood and opportunity to improve or better their lives. Rags to Riches is a social enterprise and what we call an ethical fashion brand. So why is it important to deliver on the brand message? Not just once, but every time someone purchases your product or service. It's because, one, acquiring new clients is 5 times more expensive than keeping an existing customer. And building a powerful and emotional brand. Pag nakuha nyo ang puso ng customers nyo, these customers are willing to spend up to 57% more on the brand that they are loyal to. Next slide, please. So next, I'm going to discuss value and purpose. Value and purpose because I want to share with you a study conducted by a global consumer research firm called WGSN. Design Center is a subscriber to WGSN so that we at Design Center know what is happening to consumers around the world and what is affecting their consumption behavior in order to understand how we can use design to help MSMEs remain relevant in the market. Next slide, please. They recently came up with a value shift report, summarized in the matrix in front of you, where they have determined 5 key determinants or 5 key drivers that will influence their buying decision and how brands can adjust their products, services, or even communication to make you relevant in today's market. I will dive into 2 of these 5. Next slide, please. First is financial anxiety. Because of people losing jobs, reduced work hours, not knowing how long these lockdowns will go on, there is great uncertainty that has created financial anxiety. So here we have the shift from impulse purchases or even fast fashion to the concept of longevity. What is the product's worth? If your product has something to do with health, security, and safety, you are valuable, you are essential. If you are not, how do you communicate the purchase will be sulit? So the strategy to address financial anxiety is added value, not just in terms of price, but if your product serves more than one purpose, if the answer is yes, is it available in economy pack or the concept of supersize? Create product or service in supersize packages to communicate that you know your customers are looking for added value and that you're listening to them. This is called brand interaction. Next slide, please. So here's another driver of consumer behavior, the quest for truth. Because of all the mixed messaging and fake news with the pandemic, the vaccines, everything that is going on in the world, consumers are really looking for brands that are honest and true. Therefore, they are looking at companies to be transparent, to tell them how it is made, where it is made, what it's made out of. They're looking at brands to be transparent, even to the point of creating videos to show how things are being built and how things are being made in order to build trust and drive loyalty. So how do you gain that trust? By starting and maintaining open and honest conversations about your brand with your customers. This has never been more accessible because of social media. But you also need to be very careful. Once you post something that is not completely true or honest, your consumers will call you out for it. You know how that saying goes from Warren Buffett, who is one of the geniuses of business. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Let that sink in for a moment. Next slide, please. So here's a branding case study, a start of the branding journey in 20 years ni Warren Buffett. We are just starting, and we are just trying to communicate what the project is all about. For those of you here today, I just want to use our project to show all of you how a branding journey begins. Next. Our project is called Peña. Next, please. So as project owners, our challenges were or are, how do we introduce manufacturers and customers to the sustainable alternative? How do we educate our target market the unique properties and benefits of Peña? How can we create a distinctive and ownable visual brand identity system? How can we launch Peña in a bold and impactful way with manufacturers and consumers? Next slide, please. Here's a background on Peña. The Philippines is a top producer of pineapples globally. The industry employs many people and support a lot of local communities. Pineapple leaves go unused and create a lot of waste and mess. Pineapple leaves are often burnt, releasing harmful emissions into the atmosphere. Next slide, please. So our opportunity, find a meaningful and relevant use for abundant discarded leaves, or what we call agricultural waste. Next slide, please. Aside from the opportunity identified, we also wanted to be part of the solution in the plastic pollution in the Philippines by offering Peña, or the work that we're doing in researching for Peña as a viable alternative to plastics. Next slide, please. And help consumers make and have greener options. So this is the Peña story. We started with creating a sustainable and natural organic material for use in many products. Peña also provides employment opportunities for local makers, the farmers, the designers, the artisans, the manufacturers. And it also promotes eco-friendly manufacturing and products that are just as good as the ones that are readily available. Next, please. In short, Peña positioning is made with pineapple. Waste pineapple leaves transformed into sustainable, locally made specialty paper. Next. And our purpose is our reason for getting up in the morning and going to work, doing our research, and working hand in hand with our collaborators and our project partners. Our purpose is to develop a business model where you empower people and sustain communities through malasakyan. Next slide, please. So despite how seemingly and beautiful or complex our story is, what is the point? How is this related to branding? These are all the elements that help us craft our branding to take our Piñapel beyond a product or a concept. So how do we transform the last 10 slides into a brand identity? Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So if our project were a person, or what or who will it be? What will it be? As an archetype, the Piñapel archetype is the welcoming everyman. Next slide, please. The welcoming everyman with a quest to better communities and the environment. Next. So developing our symbol for Piñapel, we explored, of course, the pineapple, since our positioning is made with pineapple. So to be true to the pineapple, we looked at the physical pineapple to create our symbol or our logo. So the pineapple is one of the most iconic natural forms that is all about the Fibonacci number sequencing, as well as the golden ratio. A very mind-blowing universal intelligent design, where nature grows in its natural sequence of the golden ratio, as you see here outlined in the pineapple and with the white lines. And we combine that with our ancient folktale about a woman and her daughter Peña, and the mother's wish for her to grow 1,000 eyes. And therefore, we came up with a symbol for Piñapel. Next slide. Piñapel, pineapple, people, planet. And this is just the first of many steps into our Piñapel journey, our branding journey of 1,000 gestures made and 1,000 more gestures yet to come. There you go. We hope that you've gotten a better, deeper appreciation of the branding journey. And we hope that this enlightens you and becomes relevant as you go on your own branding journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that presentation, Ms. Rhea. With your talk, it's really exciting to see how our sellers will build their brands further moving forward. And before I continue, shout out po muna sa lahat ng mga Shopee fan na nanonood sa ating Shopee Live and on Shopee's Facebook page. And also to our viewers right here on the Zoom event. And I would say my key takeaway from Ms. Rhea's presentation is that added value that you put on your product. Diba sabi nga natin mga Shopee fam, kailangan sulit ang bawat purchases na inyong bibilin mula sa Shopee. So to those who are interested to join us, you may do so by scanning the QR code we will be flashing on your screens right now. And you may also email selleracquisitionph@shopee.com for all your inquiries. A representative from our acquisition team will be reaching out to you. And don't worry po if you miss out on any part of our program, as this event is being streamed live on our official Facebook page of Shopee, so you can watch again afterwards. Now, from branding, next step naman po natin is to execute. After you plan, you do your marketing strategies, you have to execute it properly. But how can you make your shop stand out, especially with all the competition that's happening all around us? Our next speaker will be talking about the different Shopee tools you can use to promote your store. Ladies and gentlemen, Shopee fam, join me as we welcome the lead of seller education of Shopee Philippines, Ms. Rhea Mendoza.
Hello, Shopee fam! Magandang umaga! I'm Nia from Shopee's Seller Education and Training team. To our dear Shopee sellers and to those starting out pa lang on the platform, thank you so much for joining us today. Here at Shopee, we want to make sure that our sellers are equipped with the skills and tools that they need para mas lumaki at mas maging successful pa ang businesses nila. Kaya napakadaming topics ang prepare for you all today. So let's jump right in. we've seen a lot of changes in consumer purchasing behavior and in how buyers interact with different stores. Next slide, please. Kung dati, mas prefer ng buyer to go to a physical store, look at the items in person, and pay with cash, now mas nagiging digital na ang buyers natin with the rapid growth of e-commerce and increased interaction using the online space. Next slide, please. The pandemic has sped up this digitalization even more as buyers get accustomed to ordering things online and increasing their use of digital payment options. An additional trend that we've seen, which I'm sure ikakatuwa natin ng mga sellers natin here, is the growing love for local products. Dumadami ang mga buyers who are interested in choosing local options and supporting Filipino small businesses. Next slide. Kaya it's so important, Shopee fam, for us online sellers to maximize the different tools and opportunities of e-commerce platforms in order to stay visible and relevant to our target audience and continuously drive sales. Siyempre, hindi magpapatalo si Shopee dyan. The Shopee platform has a lot of easy-to-use tools and features to attract and engage with potential buyers. For this session, I'll be zooming into our seller marketing tools and how to use these to drive sales. Next slide, please. Okay, so as an overview first, these marketing tools allow sellers to create shop-specific promotions that will attract buyers and boost your overall shop performance. Alam naman natin sa Shopee, as buyers ourselves, mas nakaka-tempt mabudol pag nakakakita tayo ng super sulit na deal. With these types of shop promotions, sellers can get up to 4 times more orders as well as increasing visitors and followers to your shop page. Oh, di ba? So there are 2 main categories of seller marketing tools that we'll be discussing. First are the tools that help increase orders and sales. These are the ones that drive buyers to add more items to their cart as well as push the sales of some of your slower moving items. May iba-ibang versions nito on the Shopee platform, but overall, ang makikita ng mga buyers ay mas sulit na deals or mas magandang mga promo sa shop ninyo as compared to sa competitor ninyo. Among our existing Shopee sellers, we see tools like vouchers generating up to 9.5 more product views and up to 4 times more orders. Dadaanan natin yung ibang tools in the later slides. The second category are tools that will drive traffic to your shop. Isipin nyo na lang kunwari na you have a physical store in a mall, di ba mas may chances na bibili si buyer kung nasa loob na sila mismo ng store nyo versus kung naglalakad-lakad silang sila sa mall. So with our traffic driving tools, mapapapasok natin si buyers sa loob ng online store ninyo. Our tools like shop prices increase visitors by up to 3 times and get up to 10% more orders. Napakadali lang iset up ng mga tools na to. So let's jump right in and start with our order driving tools. All right. So here in the slide, we see an overview of the different tools that we'll be discussing. The first one being bundle deals. So next slide, please. Okay, next. Yeah, all right. So our first order driving tool is bundle deals. And yung idea behind this is parang wholesale, kung saan mas makakasave si buyer if mas madami yung bilhin niyang item. Yung example natin on the slide is a bundle for AirPods cases wherein the buyer gets 20 pesos off if dalawa yung bilhin niyang items. The most common strategy that we see for using bundles is putting together the same type of item. This encourages the buyer to purchase more pieces of an item that they were already planning to purchase. So kasama dito yung example natin earlier, the buyer is buying 2 AirPods cases na iba lang yung design. Rather than looking at other sellers para makahanap ng iba pang AirPods case, dito na lang siya sa shop na to titingin para makapag-discount pa siya. Bundle deals are also very helpful when selling items na ginagamit araw-araw because more often than not, buyers are willing to purchase multiples of these items. So kunwari nagbebenta ka ng t-shirt and marami kang variations ng t-shirt na to. mas nakakaengganyo kay buyer to look at the other variations na meron ka sa shop mo if naka-bundle deal sila. Pero hindi lang same types of items ang pwede gamitin for bundle deals. Kahit different types, pwede rin. Sellers can choose to bundle together different items that are used for the same activity or the same event. So ang example natin dito is kunwari you sell party items. You can bundle together items like hats, balloons, decor, para mas gugustuhin ni buyer na sa'yo na lang bibili lahat ng party items na kailangan niya. What's important to remember pag nagbabundle tayo ng different types of items is mas mataas ang chances nyo na maka-attract ng buyers if related yung items na binabundle ninyo. Okay, so our next seller marketing tool is add-on deals. On the Shopee platform, buyers see add-on deals as parang discounted recommendations. If a buyer purchases item A, for example, pwede niya rin bilhin si item B at a discounted price. Many of our current Shopee sellers use this tool as a way to increase orders for some of their slower moving products. And the way that they do this is by featuring the slow moving products as an add-on deal when purchasing a fast moving product. Usually kasi ang nangyayari is that pag may fast moving product ka, this item gets lots of views and visits from buyers. So when you place your discounted slow-moving product in that same page as your fast-moving product dun sa Shopee app, you get to leverage off the high visibility that your fast-moving product attracts. Kahit you end up offering your slower-moving product at a discount, mas prefer pa rin to ng mga sellers kaysa hindi mabenta yung item. And maraming different ways to figure out which items can be selected as an add-on deal. They can be items na ginagamit together or items na same type pero different sizes. Ang gusto ko lang i-emphasize ulit is that add-on deals work better and more effectively when the items are related to each other. Yung example natin dito sa slide is kung ang fast-moving product nyo, for example, is yung Korean na face masks, it makes more sense to have other skincare products as your add-on deals kaysa random item like tumblers or lunchbox, for example. Aside from looking at this tool as a marketing promotion, it's also a very good way to flush out the inventory of some of your slower moving items. Okay, our last order driving tool naman is shop vouchers. This is one of the most common seller marketing tools that's used by many of our top sellers. The best part about shop vouchers is how simple and versatile they are to use. Essentially, para silang discount code that you offer to your current and potential buyers. The voucher can be used in many formats and can be visible in different areas of the Shopee platform as well as on other channels. Pag nakagawa na kayo ng voucher, this can appear in the voucher section of the Shopee app. Dito, nagpapakita si Shopee ng maraming iba't ibang klaseng vouchers across different categories and brands. The shop is also featured pag yung voucher nandun sa page, so dagdag visibility din yun sa shop nyo. Aside from that, sellers also use vouchers as follow prizes. Follow prizes are pop-ups that appear when a buyer visits your shop, and these aim to convert casual shop visitors into loyal followers and customers. For our more experienced sellers dito sa platform, baka na-try nyo na rin to use vouchers as part of your Shopee feed or Shopee livestream content. In order to get buyers to engage with your content, di ba minsan ino-offeran nyo sila ng voucher prize or raffle. Tapos yung mga sa nagla-livestream, kung gusto nyo na patuloy manood yung mga viewers nyo, pwede nyo sabihin na magpapa-voucher kayo towards the end para mas maengganyo sila mag-stay. But aside from all of these channels on Shopee, vouchers can also be shared across the different social media platforms of your shop. Kailangan nyo lang i-include yung voucher code in the materials that you release, and dagdag promo na rin yon. Makikita na rin ng buyers na may sulit na discounts na available sa Shopee shop nyo. Okay, so ang dami na nating na-discuss na tools na pwedeng gamitin to draw attention to specific items and increase your sales. Pero wag nating kalimutan na it's also very important to draw attention to your shop as a whole and drive traffic to your main shop page. Dito pumapasok naman ang traffic driving tools. Okay, so our first traffic driving tools is shop flash deals. These refer to super sulit discount deals that your shop would be offering for a limited time only. So for example, if mag-anniversary sale or birthday sale yung shop nyo, you can use flash deals to hype up these items that you're putting on sale. The point of creating a limited time only deal is that it forces buyers to have a sense of urgency and make decisions more quickly. Many of our Shopee sellers create multiple flash deals across an entire day para mas maengganyo si buyer na bumalik sa shop nyo para ma-check ano yung items na naka-promo during that particular time. For this tool, huwag kalimutan na it's super important to promote your flash deal schedule para alam ng buyers what dates and times your items will go on sale. Pwede nyo to gawin on your own social media channels or using other Shopee features like chat broadcast. Okay, our last seller marketing tool is shop prices. For this, bumabalik tayo dun sa logic na maeengganyo si buyer mag-purchase pag andun na siya mismo sa shop nyo. By using shop prices, you get to engage with your buyer through simple games and encourage them to make regular visits to your shop. Since andun na rin sila sa shop nyo at hawak-hawak na rin naman nila yung mga vouchers at discounts na napanalunan nila, mapapatingin na rin sila dun sa iba't ibang items na meron kayo sa shop. Yung tip namin sa pag-set up ng daily shop prices ay ayusin nyo yung timing. Mas mataas kasi yung chances na gagamitin ni buyer yung vouchers na napanalunan nila if nandun na sila sa mindset na bibili sila ng mga items. Usually, ganito yung atmosphere and ganito yung ine-encourage pag parating na tayo dun sa mga big campaigns katulad ng 10-10, 11-11, as well as sa mga payday sales. So ayan, Shopee fam, na-discuss na po natin ang 5 marketing tools na pwede nyo gamitin as a Shopee seller. Sana may interesting kayong natutunan today. Don't forget to visit Marketing Center and Seller Education Hub to explore the other features and programs that you have access to as a Shopee seller. You can also join our Shopee Uni FB group for more tips and tricks. That's it for me. Thank you very much, everyone. Magandang umaga ulit. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Mia, para sa inyong presentation at talagang nakakatuwa no, na marinig na there's a lot of available tools and resources para sa ating mga sellers, lalo-lalo na kapag sila po ay on board with us on Shopee. Ako po bilang isang, maliban sa pag-host ng Shopee Live, ako rin po ay isang consumer, isa rin po akong Shopee fan at talagang nakarelate ako sa mga shinare po ni Ms. Mia about those vouchers, that bundles that you do. Parang gusto mo kasing bumili pa mula doon sa shop para mas marami yung discount na iyong makukuha. At sobrang effective din po nung follow price. Napapa-follow ka sa store kasi may voucher discount kang makukuha. O, di ba? Kaya naman for those who are tuning in on Shopee Live, on Facebook page, if you're interested in joining on Shopee, of course, right here on Zoom as well, you may do so by scanning the QR code we are flashing right now on the screen. Ayan po, grab your phones, have this QR code scan para naman po kung kayo ay interested na maging part ng Shopee. Nako, masimulan niyo na po ang inyong journey to doing your online businesses. If you have also some questions, you can email us at selleracquisitionph@shopee.com and a representative from our acquisition team will be reaching out to you. Yes. Nako, nakakatuwa din marinig yung presentation ni Ms. Mia. Parang simpleng-simple lang, no, to start up and have your online business with the partner, with your best partner, that is, of course, Shopee. At eto po beside our in-app tool, social media has a big impact on helping online businesses expand their reach. Sabi nga po ni Ms. Mia kanina, importante din for you to create this traffic na mapuntahan po ng mga consumers natin or ng ating mga Shopee fam ang inyong store on Shopee. And if you are interested to know how you can do those viral shopping memes and Shopee Boodles to promote your store, nako, makinig po kayo sa ating susunod na presentation. So our next speaker will show you how, because we would like to invite right here, we have Shopee Philippines Head of Community to share us how to effectively create content on social media to promote your businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Agatha Chua.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, MG. Hello, magandang umaga sa ating mga Shopee fam. I hope gising na gising ang inyong mga diwa. And I'm sure that almost all of us here have at least one social media app in your phones, right? Sino ba dito ang mahilig mag-Facebook, yung mga nanonood sa ating Facebook Live? Mga nasa TikTok, yan. Sigurado na somehow na-occupy tayong lahat ngayong pandemic, no? Sa pagbabrowse on social media to kill time, to connect with people, and even sell, diba? Ngayong pandemic, talaga maraming kababayan natin ang humanap ng iba't ibang paraan para kumita, at isa na nga dyan ng online selling. Ngayon, sa dami ng businesses online, how will you make your stand out and generate sales from it, diba? Through social media. Ayan po ang isa sa sasagutan natin ngayong umaga sa summit na ito. I'm going to be sharing with you some very simple strategies naman, no, that you can follow to grow your business's reach and sales through social media. Dahil kapag palagian tayong nakikita ng potential customers natin on social, it can help you be the first brand that they consider pag ready na silang bumili. So without further ado, let's go to tip number 1. Next slide, please. Okay, there. Next slide, please. Okay, there. So the very first tip is to create an identity and tell them who you are as a business. So for example, gusto niyong manood ng movie, no? Saan kayo most likely kaya pupunta? Sa Netflix ba or sa YouTube? You see, a lot of people would actually go to Netflix. Bakit? Kasi si Netflix, they've branded itself as the go-to channel or platform where you can watch movies without, going to the cinema na. While on YouTube, although videos din yung pinapanood natin, pupunta ka doon to consume shorter form of videos, tutorials, music videos, educational content at iba pa, diba? So ganun yung type of branding that these two have established. Another example would be, sabihin natin, gusto nyong maging atleta, o diba? Napaka-random, pero gusto mong maging runner at kailangan mo ng sapatos. So you have two brands that you may personally love. So sabihin natin, isa dyan, Nike. Yung isa naman, Skechers. So, most likely, kung gusto mong maging runner, bibili ka ng sapatos mo sa Nike. Why? Kasi si Nike, ganun yung identity that they've created for their brand. We are the go-to for anything sports. Meanwhile, si Skechers can also be used in the same manner, pero they heavily fall under the category of like everyday use type of branding kami dito na, diba, pwede mo siyang gamitin for your walking, i-partner mo with your outfit sa jeans, sa shorts, maganda na, diba? So same goes, Shopee fam, when you launch your business on social media as well. Kapag gusto nilang bumili ng certain na produkto, maganda ikaw dapat yung mauna nilang maisip, diba? Importante na malaman ng mga tao na kung ano yung binibenta mo at paano ka naiiba sa lahat. So aminin natin, marami talagang businesses ang magkakatulad ngayon. Pero paano mo mapapakita na dapat yung business mo yung piliin nila? So by telling them your personal story, showing them your identity will help your customers decide whether you are the right choice for them. And ganun natin magandang mabold yung business natin, yung branding natin on social media. So magbibigay ako ng very simple tips, Shopee fam. Una, let people know about your business by adding your shop links. Kanina yung diniscuss ni Ms. Mia, diba? Importante na magkaroon ng visibility yung inyong shop, not just in-app, but also out of app. So sa iba't ibang social media platform. So by this way, you drive traffic to your shop. It's like you have your own website on social media, diba? Free. And then secondly, you optimize your profile search. Paano ba ito gawin? As much as possible, you have to make your shop name similar across all the channels, the social media channels that you have, para mas mabilis. So, paano nyo gagawin ito? You have to think about the industry that you are in. Ano ba yung solution that you offer? Ano ba yung negosyo ko? Ano ba yung business ko? These are very simple ways that you can improve your chances of getting discovered by potential customers. So I think one best example, brand love ang sasabihin nyo dito, pero Shopee, no? So dahil we are a shopping app, kaya ang pangalan ay Shopee. So kapag meron kaming, or yung audiences, merong gustong makita, anong shop ba ito? Automatic, mas mabilis, mauuna yung pangalan ni Shopee pag sinearch nyo siya on social media. Okay, next slide, please. So second tip, be where your audience is. Alam ko, Shopee fan, no, mga sellers natin dito, alam ko na talagang busy kayo sa other parts of your businesses. Pero hindi naman kailangan na maging visible kayo lahat on social media platforms. Maaring wala kayong same team, kaya namin dito sa Shopee, that could manage a lot of the social media sites that we have, no? But it's important that you create quality content on couple of key channels lang than it is to have all presence sa lahat ng platforms on every single network. So saan kayo magsisimula? First, you need to know where your potential customers are hanging out and show up there. Nasaan ba sila? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on TikTok? Next slide, please. So ano-ano ba? Typically, yung mga tao sa Facebook, nandito yung mga older generations, ang ating mga mommies, daddies, titos, titas, lolo. Kadalasan sila yung magsasabi ng HM po, available pa ba? Diba? Even the lolos and lolas ngayong rise of the pandemic, natuto na sila, and lagi kong nakikita ang aking mga kamag-anakan, no, sa Facebook. On Instagram naman, it appeals to younger generations, which are most likely mga kababaihan ito, mga female millennials to Gen Z. Sila talaga yung merong inaalaga ang feed, or like as they call it, certain aesthetic. Okay. And then next, we have Twitter. Ito naman, go-to platform to for sharing breaking news or like showcasing your brand's personality. And then lastly, on TikTok, dito ngayon ang hangout place ng mga bagets. So kung ang products nyo ay, ang target market nyo ay talaga yung mga mahilig magsasayaw, mahilig kumanta, mahilig sa trends, and if you're looking to raise awareness, no, on this specific target audience, then you might want to invest in your TikTok strategy for your business. So whether you opt for TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube man yan, each platform will require you a slightly different strategy. So kung isa lang sila in essence, social media lang naman yan. Kailangan importante, Shopee fam, na malaman nyo yung iba't ibang features, ano ba yung klase ng audience na gumagamit ng certain app na to, para hindi masayang yung oras nyo dahil meron pa kayong other sides of business while creating your brand and letting people know about your business, diba? Next slide, please. Okay. Ngayon, meron na kayong identity at nahanap nyo na, sabihin na natin, nahanap nyo na yung right platform for your audience. Punta tayo sa tip number 3, which is being consistent in sharing your content to build credibility. Bakit? Dahil kahit gaano pa karami yung offers nyo, kahit gaano pa kaganda yung products nyo, hindi malalaman agad ng potential customers yung tungkol dito kung wala silang makikitang awareness about it, diba? Sayang yung opportunity that you have to actually sell. So paano ba ipaplano yung viral content on social media? It's by having a content plan, a consistent content plan. Next slide, please. So, Agatha, okay, ang dami mong sinasabing content plan. Paano ba namin to sisimulan? So, una, you may start with the 80-20 rule. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng 80-20 rule? Ibig sabihin, 80% of what you share on social media should always be useful to your audience. Meaning, it educates them, it offers them a solution to whatever problem that they have, and only 20% should explicitly promote your business. So parang, ano ba yan? Nakakalito. Kasi, diba, parang sinasabi na pwede mag-generate ng sales on social, so dapat pagpunta natin ng social media, benta-benta. Hindi pala ganon. You see, people don't go on social media to see advertisements. Sure ako kapag meron tayo, manonood kayo ng YouTube video, after 3 to 6 seconds, skip ad agad tayo, di ba? Same goes when you put your business online. Hindi natin gusto na i-bombard yung ating potential customers. Like, okay, benta na lang tayo ng benta. People use social media because we are bored. We want connections. Gusto natin ma-entertain, gusto natin makakuha ng inspiration or even information na pwedeng ma-improve yung buhay natin. So kapag ganitong klaseng content yung makikita ng customers nyo online, all the more na magkakaroon sila ng rason to actually follow your brand and potentially increase your sales. So how will this 80-20 rule drive revenue to your business? Few tips. Number 1, create tayo ng edutainment posts bago to. Meaning, it's a mix of educational and entertainment posts. Ano-anong class to? How-to posts, product demos, or like reviews. Kung ang business nyo ay food, you can showcase your own recipe, your family's recipes, mga life, or like food hacks and tips. Saan pa pwedeng gamitin yung salsa ko na ginawa, or like my gourmet. Saan ko pa pwedeng i-partner to? If you are managing a fashion shop, so before and after transformations of saan nagamit itong certain skirt na ito, this blouse will also fit and look good if you pair it with my jeans, this jeans. Diba? And lastly, ask questions. Always ask questions. If you are familiar with the Shopee pages online, you would see lahat ng posts ng Shopee laging tinatanong yung audiences na, Shopee fam, what would you choose? Or like, ano ang pipiliin mo? Bakit important that we ask our audiences on social media questions? Kasi yung answer nila pwedeng magbukas ng content idea for your business. Kung ano yung gusto nilang makita pa, 'di ba? Sa susunod yung content. So this way, you provide value for them to actually learn and hear what they actually want. So Agatha, paano naman po yung 20% promotional content? So ito na yung perfect time to offer your customers the discounts, the vouchers, mga limited time offers. This is also the best time na makisali tuwing merong big sale, may seasonal sale si Shopee. Kasi kapag 20% yung of promotional content yung nakikita ng inyong audiences on social media, it creates, yun nga sabi ni Ms. Mia kanina, it will create an urgency. Hindi lagi kayong naka-sale, hindi laging okay 20% off or like 50% off kami. Kumbaga magkakaroon it's not too special anymore. So kapag limited time offers, big season sales, mas magtutune in sila sa inyo knowing that okay, bago tong content na nakikita namin on from this business, right? So recently, Shopee fam sa TikTok, nagbago yung algorithm or like kung paano kalalabas sa feed, mahirap na siyang mas maintindihan. So kung nasa TikTok kayo at nagsabi kayo ng may video kayo, nagsabi kayo ng buy now, Shopee fam, or like nilagay niyo siya sa caption nyo, mas kaunti yung possible reach na makuha ng video nyo. Why? Kasi si TikTok, hindi niya pinaprioritize yung anything that sells. So that actually speaks a lot when it comes to social media. No? Ayaw nila na binibentahan yung tao na gumagamit ng app nila kasi ang gusto nila ay real connections. So then, that would make you think of an organic way and subtle way kung paano nyo i-incorporate yung product nyo sa everyday lives and sa content, sa video nyo. So if you are selling clothes, yun nga, you can do like mga try it on mga different styles of fashion tips, fashion hacks. These elements in your content, by using the power of sound, the power of the eyes, and even the power of cute, will get more people to watch and engage with your content, leading to leads, leading to eventually sales. Okay, so paano, ang dami ng tips, no? Meron na tayong 80-20% rule na content. Paano nyo siya sisimulan? You have to plan all these out by creating a content calendar. So ano ba yung content calendar? Ito yung you can treat it as a usual and a typical calendar where you can plot dun sa certain days na magpo-post na kayo ng content. Gano'n ba kadalas sa isang buwan dapat mag-post ng content, diba? For people to see your business online. And when you already have your calendar, ready na kayo to publish your content, you want to have the full confidence that it's reaching the right people at the right time. So one way to ensure that is by finding the best time to post your content. Meaning, kailan ba active yung audiences ko? Kailan ba na online yung mga taong gusto kong bumili ng food ko? So, interestingly, on social media, yung mga tao, pag madaling araw na or late gabi na, nag-aano sila, midnight snack pa sila. So, ang lalabas sa karaniwang feed on social media, mga ASMR, mga ng pagkain. So that is an interesting strategy for those of you, Shopee fam, na kayang or nagbebenta kayo ng food, no? You find the best time for your audiences to actually reach you. So paano nyo siya makikita? Yung social media apps natin, meron na yan kasama if you are running a business page. Meron siyang kasamang analytics tool that you can see anong time active yung inyong audiences. Next slide, please. And in addition to providing helpful content to your audience, importante na you keep them engaged para yung relationship nyo is stronger in the long run, diba? So they will continue to be loyal to your brand. And this is my fourth tip sa inyong lahat, Shopee fam. Build an engaged community and listen to them. Next slide, please. So, bakit ba mahalaga? Okay. Bakit ba mahalaga that you build community? Kasi without your community, walang mag-engage sa inyo and hindi nyo matatap yung tamang audiences. So in every marketing plan that we do, we always look at the comments, we always look at the people. Anong klaseng mga comments ba yung nakikita natin? Gusto nila ng vouchers, gusto nila ng premyo, ng mga pa-prize, diba? That gives us an insight every single strategy that we do on social media para mas ma-engage, mas matap yung target market natin. So how do we do this, no? First, you can do to post and share the posts and tags about your product on social media. Actually, yung mga reviews on your shop in-app, pwede nyo siyang i-compile or like sa simpleng template, makikita na, okay, ito yung mga reviews, nakakuha kami ng 5 stars, diba? Ang tawag dito, Shopee fam, ay user-generated content or UGC. So kapag maraming nakikitang reviews, diba? Pag sa shop nyo, maraming reviews, dali-dali o mga tao, mag-check out agad yan. Kasi kita nila credible kayo. So same goes when you put your business on social media. Maganda, meron silang makitang testimonials about how good your product is, diba? And ang good news pa dito, kapag sinishare nyo yung content ng tao na bumili sa inyo and natag na nila kayo, this opens to a new avenue for new customers, aka your potential new visitors, diba? And then second, create and utilize hashtags. Alam ko, karamihan sa atin yung alam pa dati sa mga hashtags. So, maglalagay ka ng 30 na hashtags sa isang post. Hindi naman kailangan ganun kadami, no, Shopee fam. We use the hashtag with the intent to discover content. So, yung tamang hashtags para sa inyo, pag nakita ng audience nyo yon, if they haven't connected with you before, it will lead to a connection agad. So kung meron kayong shop on Shopee, meron kaming mga features na ginagawa on our social media We have the hashtags Shopee Budol, Shopee Finds. Meron na din kaming seller highlight on our socials. So you can follow us and check the hashtags para kapag nakita yon ng audience namin and then they click on the hashtag, potentially mag-a-appear yung inyong business on social media. And then, reply to comments, to DMs, diba? Importante na nalalaman natin. Crucial to when you engage with your audiences on social media. Kasi, kumbaga trust nila yung kailangan nating makuha, diba? And when you have people who actually trust you, who believe in what you're saying, then that's when you will begin to see a greater ROI or return on investment. So you have to make sure that you spend enough time responding, engaging, answering questions from your followers across all the social media platforms na available kayo. And lastly, remember to create great content on social media. You've got to remember the social part. Ano ba ibig sabihin nun? You have to make your customers feel na seen sila, napapakinggan sila so that you build stronger relationship. Dahil mas gusto nila kapag human yung treatment sa kanila instead of like, you know, we're a shop. We are selling you this. You have to buy this. So there, these are just very simple steps for you, Shopee fam, that you can use if you decide to create your brand visibility on social media. These tips mainly involve winning the trust of your audiences, taking advantage of the trends, and of course, engaging and creating enticing and compelling content to your potential customers without focusing solely on sales. Thank you so much. I hope meron natutunan. And yes, please follow our social media accounts. We feature a lot of sellers starting this quarter. So hopefully makita namin and ma-feature namin ang inyong mga shops. Magandang umaga.
Maraming salamat, Miss Agatha. Ang dami ko ring natutunan mula sa inyong presentation. I'm seeing everybody also sending in their comments on the chat box. Actually, napakarami pong na-share ni Miss Agatha. All these points are very important. Can I just simply reiterate everything? The first one is to have your identity, build your identity. Kumbaga, yung iyong unique selling proposition, no? Ano ang iba sa iyo versus the businesses that also offers the same products as you. Second is to know where your audience is. Sabi nga natin, importante na tama yung audience na ni-reach mo. The third one is to be consistent. Ako, coming from a marketing perspective, isa rin po akong marketing graduate. We know that it's building relationship, profitable relationship with your customers, and definitely at the end of the day to build a community where you can engage with. Pero eto, moving on with the program, we have another resource speaker who will share with us about taking the right photos for your product, since consumers in the digital age base their decision to buy on how item is being presented to them. Yan naman po here to discuss about product photography for e-commerce marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome the Vice President for Camera House, Mr. Robenson Ong Lo.
Morning, Shopee. Good morning, Shopee. So, napag-usapan na natin about branding. Napag-usapan natin paano mag-build ng brand. Napag-usapan na rin natin yung mga tools na meron si Shopee, paano tayo magbenta online. So ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin, isa sa mga pinaka-importanting topic, paano tayo maglagay ng images na ibebenta online. Siyempre, kailangan natin ma-differentiate yung art of photography at saka yung picture. Ano yung pagkakaiba ng art of photography at saka picture? So yan, i-discuss natin sa mga susunod na mga slides. Next slides, please. Una, ipakilala ko sa inyo ang Camera House. Ang Camera House ay nag-start ng negosyo sa pagbebenta ng camera noong 1980. Kami po ay ang exclusive Philippine distributor ng Canon. So kung yung mga nakikita mo, next slide please. So yung mga nakikita po yung camera sa lahat ng mga panig ng Pilipinas, dati inaabot namin ang Apari hanggang Zamboanga. Nagbebenta po kami ng camera. Lahat po ng Canon during that time, including yung mga nasa Quiapo, ay galing po sa camera house. Then, noong 2002, nung nag-start ang digital camera sa Pilipinas, at saka sa buong mundo, doon po namin naisipan na magtayo ng pinakaunang specialty store sa Pilipinas. Camera specialty store. Yan po ang camera house. Currently, meron po kaming 19 na tindahan sa buong Pilipinas, mula sa Baguio hanggang sa General Santos City. Next slide, please. Nung kami po ay nagnenegosyo sa camera, naka-receive po rin kami ng mga awards. Noong 1997 hanggang 1999, andyan po yung pagiging regional top distributor for Asia for selling Canon cameras. Imagine po, Philippines makapag-manalo laban sa mga tough economies ng Asia like Singapore, Thailand. Siyempre, malaking honor sa atin yun. Noong 2007, na-award naman tayo ng top EOS reseller. EOS po, yan po yung DSLR ng Canon. And likewise, noong 2010, andyan po ang being top reseller ng Olympus cameras. And noong 2012, best sales growth from Sony cameras. Next slide, please. So para mapangalagaan po ang mga photographers, nag-organize din po kami ng mga events sa photography. Diyan na po yung inumpisahan po namin sa pagkakaroon ng photo festival in summer. Yan po ay nangyayari sa last Saturday ng May during pandemic. Itong picture po na ito ay nakunan nung last Photo Olympics namin ng 2019. Nagkaroon po tayo ng over 6,000 participants. Lahat po yan may hawak na camera. Next slide, please. Siyempre, pagka meron po tayong Photo Olympics, Photo Festival, meron din po tayong inter-brand photo contest. Yan po yung tinawag natin na Camera House Photo Olympics. Yan po yung inter-brand photo contest. Maglalaban-laban po dyan yung Canon, yung Nikon, yung Sony, yung Fujifilm, yung Lumix. Yan po, mga participants nila, mga teams nila ang maglalaban-laban. Yung pinakahuli po nating winner ay noong 2019 Photo Olympics Grand Champion ay ang Team Nikon. Next slide, please. Siyempre, gusto nating matuto yung mga photographers paano magkuha ng tamang litrato. So, nagkaroon po tayo ng weekly free photo workshop na ginagampanan po ng mga top photographers dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Like yung nakikita po niyo sa litrato ay isang professional portrait photographer na si Dar Ramos. Yan po ay nangyayari every Thursday sa mga camera house stores. Next slide, please. And syempre, gaya ng napag-usapan natin tungkol kanina sa branding and identity, ito din po yung gusto naming tumatak sa mga sa mind ng ating mga photographers and ating mga online resellers. Ini-introduce po ng camera house yung any color but gray. Sa photography industry po, pag sinabing gray, ito po yung mga cameras na illegally imported sa Pilipinas. Bebentahan ka ng murang-mura, pero pagdating ng masira yung iyong camera, tataguan ka ng reseller. Kasi hindi nila cover yung warranty. Yung mga binenta nilang camera sa iyo ay galing sa mga market overseas na walang mga local warranty. Unlike po yung mga binebenta natin sa camera house, lahat ng local warranty up to 3 years. Like Canon, Sony, puro 3 years po yan. Anywhere po within Asia, 1 year lang po ang warranty. Dito po sa atin kakaiba. So yan po sa picture, makikita natin ang mga top company executives like from Nikon, from Fujifilm, from Canon, from Sony. Andyan po yung mga top executives sila na nakikiisa sa camera house na nagsasabing ang lahat ng cameras na binibenta ng camera house ay legitimately imported at covered ng local Philippines quarantine. Next slide, please. So, malaking question po, bakit po tayo nagte-take ng photos? Ano po ang significant ng pagte-take natin ng photos? Siyempre, number one, to preserve memories. Yan po, makikita natin. Siyempre, kahit na may pandemic, tuloy ang birthday. Tuloy ang mga happenings. Next slide, please. Siyempre, kahit na may pandemic, meron pa rin tayong mga babies na pinangapanganak. Yung kanyang first smile, yung kanyang first sitting position, first scroll, memorable po lahat yun. Next slide, please. Siyempre, kailangan natin mag-document ng events. Meron tayong mga festival, mga fiesta sa Philippines po. Dito sa atin, sobrang sikat po ang mga fiestas. Like sa May, andyan na po yung mga fiesta, yung mga panagbenga, yung mga sinulog. Yan po yung kailangan natin i-take ng picture para ma-retain natin sa memories natin. Next slide, please. Siyempre, yung mga once in a lifetime, once every ilang years na binibining Pilipinas, yan po yung mga events na kailangan natin i-document. Kailangan po natin i-share sa ating mga kaibigan na na-witness natin yung kanyang ganitong klaseng event. Next slide, please. And siyempre, yung photography, sobrang importante po to tell stories. Yan po yung mga nilalaman ng dyaryo, nilalaman dyan ng social media. Yan po yung, like, yung recently, yung nagbaha sa harap ng City Hall ng Maynila. So yan po, kailangan natin mag-tell ng stories. Pero, ano po yung magagawa ng cameras ngayong pandemic? Siyempre, ngayong pandemic, lahat ng tao naka-stay at home. Diba? Bakit tayo gagamit ng camera? Eh, meron naman mobile phone. Diba? Ito po yung sinasabi natin na, why camera? Sa camera po, napakalaki ng sensor. Kung makikita natin, ang sensor ng camera ay napakalaki compared to a mobile phone. At saka, siyempre, yung lente ng camera ay several hundred times bigger than a mobile phone. Next slide, please. Kung may imagine po natin, yung mobile phone, yan po yung nandun sa gawing kanan, ganyan po kalaki ang sensor ng mobile phone. Compare dito sa chart na nandito sa atin sa mga cameras, makikita po natin na 4 or 5 times bigger ang camera sensor. So yan po yung one of the comparisons. Bakit tayo kailangan gumamit ng camera? Next slide, please. Siyempre, sa pinag-uusapan natin, photography. So, andyan, importante yung lente. Sa mobile phone, makikita natin as flat as possible yung mobile phone. Pag nilagyan mo ng lente, nakausli na yon, hindi na comfortable hawakan. Parang mahirap na hawakan na lalagyan mo ng isang malaking lens yung camera, yung cellphone. So, sa camera po, sa camera, andyan na normal yung napakalaking lente. So, dito po, yung malaking lente, ang binibigay sa atin, optical zoom. Compared sa mobile phone na digital zoom lang. Ano po yung optical zoom? Yan po yung gumagamit ng series of lenses para mapalapit ang isang object. Next slide, please. Ito po yung nakikita ng ating mga lente. Mula po sa 18mm hanggang sa 100mm or more. So, yan yung, ang nakikita po ng mata natin, mas wider than this. Pero ang sinasabi ko lang, sa camera po, marami tayong options. Pwede tayo mag-change ng lenses para kahit paano madagdagan yung field of view natin. Ito yung mga limitations ng mobile phone. Next slide, please. Ano yung pwede magawa ng camera sa panahon ng pandemya? Lahat tayo nakakulong sa bahay. Pwede tayo magdagdag ng revenue. Siyempre, kailangan natin ng dagdag na kita. So, ang pwede natin gawa tayo ng video blog. No? Video blog para makapag-tell tayo ng stories and makapag-create tayo ng contents. Ano pa po yung pwede na magawa ng camera? Ito na po yung usong-uso, yung mga home cook meals. Magbebenta tayo ng pagkain at saka ng produkto sa online platforms. Next, please. And syempre, hindi mawawala yung mga memories. Gaya ng nabanggit ko kanina, kahit na may pandemya, tuloy ang birthday, tuloy ang anniversary. So ito mga ito, pag natutunan natin yung basics ng photography, mapapaganda natin at mapapalinaw natin at mapapakaaya-aya natin yung mga litrato. So let's discuss how to create these things at the comfort of our homes. Next slide please. Una pong pag-uusapan natin ay vlogging. Ang vlogging po ay nag-start sa noong 2000, year 2000. Nag-umpisa po ito sa YouTube. So, sa YouTube, nung 2000, nung start ng YouTube, nag-start sila, bakit lumaki yung population ng vlogging? Because si YouTube, nag-start na i-monetize o bayaran yung mga vloggers na nagkakaroon ng maraming views. Diba? So yung mga YouTubers po na nagre-reach ng 10,000 views, pinapadalan po sila ng notice ng YouTube na, dahil sa 10,000 views mo, 10,000 followers mo, pwede ka na naming i-recognize. Pag nag-reach ka ng 100,000 followers, eto na, bibigyan ka na ng Silver Button Awards. Diyan ka na mag-i-start mag-reap ng pera, ng profit. So, pag nag 100,000 views ka na, ito na yung makuha mo, mga $100-200 per month. So, ano yung mga gears na kailangan natin para magawa ng vlog? Siyempre, first and foremost, kailangan natin ng camera. No? Again, para mabigyan natin yung magandang perspective. Para maging stable, kailangan din natin ng monopod or tripod. Kailangan din natin ng LED light, gaya ng ginagamit ko ngayon. Meron akong LED light sa harap ko para mabigyan ng illumination yung aking face. Kailangan ko din ng external microphone. Yan ang isa sa mga malaking question. Bakit ako maglalagay ng external microphone? Yung camera, meron ng microphone in itself. So, ang importante po na maglagay tayo ng microphone para maging directional yung sound. Kung nasaan yung speaker, andun lang po yung sound. Hindi po niya mapipick up yung mga unnecessary noise sa environment. And pinaka-importante po, meron tayong second camera. Pandemic nga po. Paano tayo magkakaroon ng second camera? Yan po yung importante sa action camera. Yung action camera will, pag nakalagay po yan sa chest harness, it will serve as our second camera. It will tell stories that we see. And lastly po, kailangan natin ng chest harness kung saan lalagay natin yung action camera sa katawan natin. Para habang nagbibideo tayo, meron isang camera na naka-on all the time from the time we started taking videos. Yun yung mga scenes na nalimutan natin habang nag-edit tayo, makukuha natin sa action camera. It will serve as our secondary cameraman. Ano po yung mga panuntunan sa tamang pagbablog? So ito po yung setup ng isang proper posture ng pagbablog. Una, kailangan yung action camera nasa chest para maging second camera. Pangalawa, kailangan meron proper distance yung camera sa mukha natin. No? So, gagamit tayo ng monopod. Next picture, please. So, dito makikita po natin, pag hindi proper yung knowledge ng vlogger, makikita natin sa vlog niya, puro mukha. Hindi natin makikita kung saan siya nagpunta. Hindi natin mapukita kung saan siya galing. Sinasabi niya, galing ako sa Paris, galing ako sa Eiffel Tower. Pero ang nakikita mo, mukha niya. Wala ka nakikitang Eiffel Tower. Ano po yung tamang vlogging technique? Next, please. Ito po yung tamang vlogging technique. Isa sa mga rules ng vlogging, kailangan yung mukha mo, 25% lang ng screen. 75% ay yung iyong subject, yung iyong binablog. Pumunta ka sa wind farm sa Bangi, Ilocos Norte, gusto mo makita yung mga malalaking wind turbines. So, importante na mapakita mo sila kaysa yung mukha mo. Diba? Next, please. And after the vlogging, isa po sa mga pinagkakakitaan ngayong pandemic ay yung product photography. Yan po, pag gaya ng event nito, ini-encourage natin yung mga would-be resellers na member sa Shopee para sila din ay makapagbenta ng produkto sa Shopee. So pag-aaralan po natin ano ang product photography. So ngayong umaga po dahil sa napakalawak ng product photography, pag-usapan lang muna po natin yung food photography na umuuso din sa ngayon. Yung mga bahay-bahay, walang income, so nagluluto sila ng mga pagkain at kukunan ng litrato, kukunan ng picture at i-post online. Ang question po dito, yung pagkain, paano magiging katakam-takam, masarap, nakakalaway? So yun po yung gagamitin, pag-usapan natin. Ano po yung mga gears na kailangan natin? Siyempre, meron tayong dapat camera. At least, interchangeable lens camera. O at least, meron tayong gano'n. And siyempre, pag-uusapan natin produkto or food, dapat meron tayong macro lenses. Ano po yung nagagawa? Ito po yung specialty lens na ginagamit natin para makapag-shoot tayo at 1 inch na distance. No? Andito po yung produkto natin. Makakapag-shoot po tayo na yung lens, ang distansya sa produkto ay 1 inch. Otherwise, pag ginamit po natin yung normal camera natin, kailangan at least 1 foot bago mag-focus yung camera. So, hindi po all the time may sikat ang araw. Paano pag mag-shoot ka gabi? So, kailangan po natin ng artificial lighting system. Yan po yung external flash. Next, please. Siyempre, pag nag-shoot tayo ng pagkain or produkto, hindi may iwasan na may mga shadow coming from left, coming from right. So, importante po na meron tayong reflector. Yung pinaka DIY po na reflector ay yung styrofoam. Lagay lang po natin sa opposite side ng subject para pag take natin ng picture, yung light magbabounce dun sa styrofoam, babalik dun sa produkto. Ayun, maganda po yung litrato, walang shadow. Siyempre, para maging stabilized lahat, kailangan natin ng tripod. No? Para pag nag-shoot tayo ng multiple products like ano yung ipopost natin sa Shopee, meron tayong isang produkto na kailangan natin, halimbawa ito, mag-shoot tayo ng maraming produkto, pagkatapos na action camera, cellphone naman. So, kailangan po natin ng isang location lang. So, yung tripod, nakasetup na, para yung isang location na yon fix yun. Papalit-palitan lang natin yung produkto, yung field of view natin pareho. Next slide, please. Ano po yung mga guidelines? Ito po yung mga basic na guidelines. Paano isa-set up yung artificial light? Ay, mahirap yan. Professional photographer lang ang gagawa niyan. Kaya po natin gawin sa bahay. Kasi ang digital camera po, the moment na maklik niyo yung shutter, meron po yung LCD sa likod. Makikita na niyo yung image. Di ba? So, pwede tayo mag-trial and error at home. Di ba? Like yung sinasabi natin na paano i-shoot itong dalawang boteng ito? Isang soft drinks at isang beer. So, kailangan po natin ganyang layout. Next, please. So, gaya po ng nabanggit ko kanina, meron kaming free photography workshop sa lahat ng camera house stores. Ito po isa sa mga actual pictures ng workshop namin. Yan po si Photography Master Ricky Ladia na tinuturuan yung mga participants paano kumuha ng picture ng pagkain para magmukhang katakam-takam. Next, please. So, sa pagkain, meron po tayong basic rule. Maraming rules sa pag-shoot ng pagkain, pero meron tayong one of the basic. Yung camera, kailangan naka 45 degrees doon, yung angle ng camera, angle of attack, kailangan naka 45 degrees going to the food. Bakit? Para ma-eliminate natin yung shadow. Diba? Mababawasan yung paggamit natin ng mga reflectors. Next, please. Pagka ginamitan natin ito po yung isang sample. So makikita natin na yung pagkain, kitang-kita mo yung patty at saka yung mga vegetable. Bakit po natin kailangan ipakita ito? Para mapakita natin yung color contrast. Kasi ang mata po natin, pag hindi nakakakita ng contrast, ang ginagawa lang ng tao, swipe. Swipe. So, within 3 seconds, within 2 seconds, kailangan makapture natin yung kanilang attention. Pag hindi natin sila na-capture within 2-3 seconds, ang gagawin lang niya sa atin, swipe. Ha? Pero pag na-capture natin sila, magkiklik sila at doon nila makikita yung mga produkto na na-post natin. No? Ito po yung mga samples. Next, please. Yan. Dito po makikita natin yung emphasis nasa subject. Yung pinaka-simple po na subject natin ay yung sardines. Ang sardines po, kung pwede natin i-pack, please. Hindi bale. Yung doon po sa sardines, makikita natin, ang sardines ay very, very normal na food sa atin. Ito po yung natatanggap natin galing sa mga ayuda. Di ba? Pero, pwede po natin pasarapin ang sardines. Paano po natin pasasarapin? With the proper technique sa photography, yung sardines, pag kinuna natin ng ganyang kasarap, sigurado, pati kapitbahay nyo, bibili. Ha? Pagkatapos ng workshop natin, pwede nyo subukan. Di ba? Pwede nyo subukan. Subukan nyo kung yung sardinas nyo patok sa kapitbahay. Yung picture po natin sa gitna, yan po yung advanced na food photography. Kung paano natin makakapture yung juices ng isang orange juice na yung mga talsik niya, yung mga tilamsik, paano natin makakapture yan. So ito yung habang nagpa-practice tayo ng food photography, the more practice we do, pag nagawa natin yung nasa gitna na picture, nahuli natin yung mga tilamsik ng tubig, sigurado, professional na tayo. Meron na tayong second career, professional food photographer. Next, please. And ito po yung last topic ko for this morning, yung portrait photography. Siyempre, kahit na may pandemya, tuloy ang birthday, tuloy ang anibersaryo, tuloy lahat. So, paano tayo gagawa niyan? Walang sarado yung mga studio sa mall. Tapos si ate, si kuya, 10 years old lang, huhulihin ng pulis pag lumabas kasi wala pang 18. Saka yung mga studio sa mall, sarado. Paano na yan? So, hindi naman nangangahulugan na gano'n, hindi na tayo magte-take ng picture. Ito pa rin. So, ano yung mga kailangan natin na gears? Siyempre, andyan yung camera, andyan yung lens. Pero this time, ang kailangan natin, hindi na macro lenses. Kailangan na natin ng portrait lenses. Yung mga lente na magbibigay sa atin ng sharp na picture and blur na background. Kailangan po natin i-blur yung background. Bakit po? Kasi sa portrait, ang gusto natin na maalala ng mga tao, ang gusto natin na ikatuwa ng mga tao, yung face natin. No? Ayaw natin na yung tao, ang nakikita niya ay yung, maganda yung background. Maganda yung teddy bear sa likod. So, mas pansin pa niya yung teddy bear sa likod natin kaysa doon sa mukha ng subject. So, we have to do blurring. Pero, ano ang magagawa ng isang camera? So, ang blurring po, kailangan malagay natin moderately. Hindi po natin pwedeng i-total blur yun. Pangit na yung subject nun. Magmumukha kang picture na nakapaskil sa art paper. Di ba? So, magmumukha ang picture na crinap sa Zoom. Diba? So, kailangan natin do it with artistry. Do it with proper photography techniques. So, pag gumamit po tayo ng portrait lenses, mabibigyan po tayo ng moderate background blur and clear images ng subject. Siyempre, again, pag magte-take tayo ng picture, hindi pwedeng araw-araw nasa labas tayo ng bahay na may sunlight. Ano kaya pagka walang sunlight? Or yung sunlight nasa likod natin. No? Kailangan natin gumamit ng artificial lighting. Yan na po yung external flash. Next slide, please. Sa ngayon, ang lahat ng camera ay Wi-Fi and Bluetooth ready na. Kailangan natin ng smartphone. Ano po yung silbi ng smartphone? Photography pinag-uusapan natin. Apo? Ang lahat po ng camera ngayon, sa mga panahon ngayon, lahat po Wi-Fi and Bluetooth ready. So yung smartphone, gagamitin po natin yun as remote shutter. Remote control po, para pag nakasmile na tayo, hindi na po uso yung self-timer. No, set timer 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Ready, smile, 1, 2, 3, shoot. Hindi na po uso yun. Ang kailangan na po natin ngayon, remote shutter. Smile! Press the shutter, take the picture. Again, pagka sa portraiture, gagamit din tayo ng reflector. Ano po yung pinaka-common na problema ng portrait sa bahay-bahay natin? Ang pinaka-common na error po natin, nagkakaroon po ng napakaitim na baba. No? Nagdo-double chin, nagti-triple chin. So ano po yung dapat natin gawin para makorekto? Maglagay lang po tayo ng styrofoam sa lap. No? Styrofoam or any white paper sa lap natin pag nag-take tayo ng picture. Para pag tumama po yung light sa mukha natin, magbabounce sa styrofoam at babalik pataas, no? Mako-cover po yung ating baba. Mawawala po yung mga black dito. Diba po? Mapapaganda po natin ang litrato. Siyempre, pag nasa bahay tayo, wala naman tayong cameraman eh. Hindi mo naman pwede sabihin sa isang kasama mo sa bahay na ikaw mag-shoot. Sasabihin ng kasama mo, paano ako? Di ba? So, kailangan natin ng tripod para makapag-picture, everybody happy. Makapag-take tayo ng picture na sama-sama. Di ba? Next slide, please. So, sa portraiture, meron din po mga proper technique, no? Para mapaganda yung litrato. Ito pong nasa slides natin ang tinatawag na one light setup, no? So, yung ilaw, makikita niyo yung model natin, yung tenga niya sa kabilang side mas maliwanag kaysa doon sa kabila. So, artistry po ang tawag diyan, hindi po yung ID picture. No? Yung ID picture po illuminated lahat. Ito po artistry, no? May model effect. So, yung yung camera natin ay nakaset sa 6 o'clock. Yung one light natin sa 10 o'clock at another light sa 1 o'clock. So pag ginamit natin yung clock technique, makakakuha tayo ng magandang litrato. Dito po sa slides na to, pinapakita namin yung mga photo workshop sa Camera House Mega Mall. Yung sa kabilang side naman po, Camera House SM North EDSA. Dito po makikita natin yung sa kaliwang side po si photography master Stanley Ong, na brand ambassador ng Lumix. Tinuturo niya yung proper use ng light modifier, yung mga reflectors. Pero kung wala po tayong ganyang klaseng reflector, styrofoam po, pwede na. Ito naman po sa pangalawang picture, si portrait master Nico Villegas. Yan pa din po, tinuturo niya paano gamitin yung reflector. Diyan makikita po natin, ano lang po yan, cardboard lang. Ginamitan niya yung cardboard yung model para yung baba yung ilalim ng mukha ng model, wala kang makikitang shadows. Next slide, please. So ito po yung sinasabi natin na available light technique. Di ba? Pag nasa bahay lang tayo, di ba? Yung mga damit pangkasal, matagal na natin dinasuot, pwede natin i-try ulit. Posisyon tayo sa malapit sa window, makikita mo yung consistent na pasok ng sunlight. Yun, take picture and ayan na, makikita natin yung differences niyan. Yung parting face ng model, makikita mo yung liwanag. Yeah? Makikita mo yung one light na source. Ito po yung siyempre pinakamabilis kunan, outdoor photography. Kasi yung camera mo, ilagay mo lang sa full auto mode, green mode. Diba? Yan na po yung picture niyan. Ano po yung magagawa ng lente? Di ba? Kung makikita po nyo dito sa picture na to, yung model, yung picture, yung face ng model ay super clear. Pero ano po yung nasa ibabaw ng ulo niya? Bakit nag-blur yung mga dahon? Yan po yung binibigyan emphasis yung subject. Sinasabi niya na yung dahon malapit. Depth of field. No? Yung dahon malapit. Yung subject nasa gitna at yung background ay andun sa likod. Nasa garden siya. So yung background yung garden niya will serve as her background. Yung mga leaves na nasa harap will serve as foreground at yung model nasa in between. Makikita natin yung ganitong photographic artistry. Next slide please. Ito po, ginawa namin sa bahay lang. Di ba? Ito yung kinuna namin ng birthday ko. Since wala kaming photographer, yan na po yung picture na create namin, no? Sa bahay namin, naglagay lang kami ng kortina na ginamit ng Christmas, set up ng picture, meron po kaming hawak-hawak na cardboard sa lap ko para pag tama ng ilaw, proper yung exposure. Kung nagawa po namin, I'm sure magagawa nyo rin. Next slide, please. Lahat po ng cameras na na-discuss natin, lahat po ng gadgets na na-discuss natin ngayong umaga, ay makikita po natin sa Camera House, Shopee Marketplace site. No? So, kung meron po kayong gustong itanong sa amin, sa chat box po ng Shopee app or sa Facebook app ng Camera House, paki-send po sa amin yung inyong message at meron po kaming resident professional photographer that will answer your questions from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday. So, lahat po ng questions about paano mag-take ng food photography? Paano mag-take, bakit pangit yung picture ko? Ano yung tamang lente na dapat gamitin? Lahat pong yan ay sasagutin ng aming resident na professional photographer. No? Dito po sa marketplace ng Shopee, lagi lang po nating tatandaan na pagka tayo nag-click na naghahanap ng camera, next slide please, kailangan po natin hanapin ang seal ng Camera House. Para po tayo ay magkaroon ng confidence, no? We are confident enough na yung binibili natin na produkto ay legitimate. No? Legitimate in a sense na properly imported po yan. All taxes, duties are properly paid. No? And pinaka-importante, protected ng local warranty up to 3 years. No? So yung 3 years warranty ang magbibigay sa atin ng confidence na pag yung camera ko nasira anytime, hindi ko kailangan hagilapin ang aking reseller. Isang chat lang sa Camera House team, we will take care of your gear. Okay po? So, yan po yun. Kaya po, pagka meron tayong gustong mga camera, punta lang po tayo sa Shopee app, i-click ang Camera House link, magpili ng camera, at add to cart na yan. Okay po? Maraming salamat po. I hope sa maiksing oras ng ating pagsasama, kayo ay may natutunan mga tips, may natutunan paano magkaroon ng extra income, at most especially, may natutunan kung paano mag-differentiate ng art of photography sa picture. Po, maraming salamat sa inyo. Magandang umaga po.
Thank you very much, Sir Robenson. Ako parang, wait lang po ha, mag-check out lang po ako ng camera. No kidding aside, grabe talaga. No, even I myself is not a seller, pero parang mapapabili ako ng camera sa Camera House to improve whatever setup, what I do. Kasi kung kayo po isang seller, syempre kailangan ma-improve niyo po yung mga photos that you present on your shop. And I myself naman, syempre kailangan. Actually, ngayon, nagagamit din po ako ng softbox, ng reflector, tulad ng binabanggit po ni Sir Robenson kanina. And again, to everybody, we still have a lot more to talk about. And yes, sana po nagustuhan niyo po yung first few parts of our program. But for the meantime, if you guys want to be on board of Shopee, ready na kayo for sure. From branding, to consistency, to knowing all the tools that Shopee provides you as a seller, and taking those great photos, ready na kayong mag-start ng inyong journey with Shopee. So feel free to scan this QR code right there on your screen. Ayan po ang ating QR code. Go and scan it right away so you can be on board and start selling on Shopee right now. You can also reach our seller acquisition ph.com. That's our email address for all your inquiries, and a representative from our acquisition team will be reaching out to you. Ako gustong-gusto ko po personally yung naging discussion ni Sir Robenson dahil ako po mismo nakarelate din, no? Syempre, we want to capture memories, and in this time or in this age, we use photos to also do business. Diba? Oo. Pero ito, hindi pa po tayo tapos ha. More to talk about as we move on to a very engaging part of our program. In a competitive market, it's important to know how to stand out while maintaining your brand consistency. And to talk about our best practices of e-commerce marketing, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our brand panelists for today. First up, we have Ms. Carmella Peña, the brand manager of Poliz Philippines, and also joining us is Ms. Jillian Cobb, branch operator of Human Nature Manila branch. Hello, good morning, Ms. Carmella, Ms. Jillian. Nice yung munang bumati sa lahat ng ating mga attendees and viewers today, Ms. Carmella.
Hello, good morning, Shopee fam. Good morning, Miss Mary Grace and Miss Jillian.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Hi, Mary Grace. Hi, Carmella. Hello, Shopee fam. Hello sa mga kapwa Shopee sellers and syempre sa mga future Shopee sellers.
Yes, welcome po sa inyong dalawa. Thank you for taking the time to be with us also here today, representing your companies, Poliz Philippines, and also Human Nature Manila branch. Pero sige, I think we still have so much to talk about. Yeah, I'll go straight to my first question. This one is for Ms. Carmella. How can e-commerce industry take advantage of today's technological innovation to market their business?
Dear sellers, we can take advantage of it by using it to promote their business and have a wider audiences. Kasi syempre, di ba, easy access din ito to know our audience or target market through social media platforms. Especially now na pandemic, di ba, maraming talagang tao na bumibili na lang through social media or dito sa Shopee, di ba? Kasi like less hassle na sa mga tao kasi order na lang sila, hindi na sila kailangan lumabas ng bahay or something. Kaya like Poliz nag-i-improve din kasi yung technology natin ngayon. And syempre yung mga like Poliz din, yung product na binebenta namin is still improving pa din. Kasi kagaya ngayon, we can use it sa mga, kagaya nito, webinars or sa mga nagkaklase sa bahay, di ba? Yun mga online classes, we can use it to promote their business.
Ayun, tama naman, no? Unang-una is really to get into your audience. Thank you so much, Ms. Carmella, for that. How about for you, Ms. Jillian? This is my question. No? What are the best digital channels? Especially yung iba nahihirapan to navigate or to really venture into online, especially kung nasanay sila sa traditional business. For you guys, digital channels for e-commerce and how you can generate quality leads.
So here are my personal experiences tsaka yung mga nakikita ko rin from different brands. Kasi Human Nature Manila branch is a franchise. So actually, Human Nature has a website. And I think other brands who are also in Shopee, may mga websites sila. So if they have their own website, I think that's very useful since we can communicate with our buyers through newsletters and notifications. Ngayon naman, syempre, usong-uso ang social media channels. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, which were discussed kanina by Miss Agatha. Parang wala namang taong not in even Facebook, diba? So I think these are very good platforms to kailangan mag-spend tayo ng time to be in these platforms because people love to share experiences and recommendations. And dun tayo, yun yung gusto natin, yung nakikita natin talaga yung totoong experience ng ibang tao. Kasi personally, we actually experienced a hype from TikTok. This was around March or April 2021, just early this year. There was a post on TikTok which included one of our products. So it really went viral and the hype lasted for around 2 months. So we mainly felt this hype sa Shopee platform compared to our physical store. Kasi we have a physical store since November 2010 until present. So lampas 10 years na. Pero we started kasi with Shopee 4 years ago. We joined Shopee parang as an added sales channel lang. But when the pandemic happened, because of Shopee, yung sales talaga nag-grow. So Shopee was really a blessing. So in our personal experience, isa sa pinaka magandang platform to sell products talaga is Shopee.
Yes, so, thank you for that. Actually, no, na-realize ko, even I myself as a consumer, dati pupunta ako sa physical store, but now I go to the online store. Kaya naman it's really good for you guys, our sellers or brands to be present online kasi nag-shift na yung buying habits ng mga tao, di ba? And totoo yan, hayop sa TikTok, parang kapag nakita mo yung isang post on TikTok, tapos may link, di ba? And it will lead you to the store online, let's say a Shopee link, mapapabili ka talaga, tapos mag-add to cart ka, lalo na kung may voucher ka pa, tapos double celebration, di ba? Thank you, Miss Jillian. But we still have more questions coming in. Ito po, what are effective marketing strategies and tools for online businesses on a budget? Kasi marami sa mga sellers natin nagsisimula pa lamang, no? So medyo hindi pa ganun kalaki yung pondo nila to work on this. So effective marketing strategies, anybody can go first. Miss Carmella?
First is yung be consistent about sa posting or sa mga bagay or strategies na ginagawa natin para mas lumago pa yung business natin. And syempre, build your credibility sa mga tao. Syempre, possible yung good quality ng product, kailangan natin yan. Dahil possible na kapag natanggap nila yung item, tapos maganda yung product na natanggap nila, possible na sila mismo yung mag-recommend ng product or store natin sa iba pang mga tao or audience na hindi pa natin na pupuntahan or yung mga taong hindi pa nakakaalam sa mga store natin. And syempre, yung customer engagement, like yung customer service natin, kailangan meron tayong good quality ng customer service. And syempre, yung live streaming, isa din yan sa nakakatulong sa atin para sa online business natin. Yung mga Shopee tools or yung marketing tools na meron si Shopee, mas nagagamit din natin and nakakatulong din sa atin to by making ads, by joining campaigns, yung discount promotion, yan, importante din yan. Yung by giving vouchers, yung by having giveaways, 'di ba? Yung habang nagla-livestream ka, nakikipag-interact ka sa mga tao, nagbibigay ka ng coins, yung gano'n. And syempre, yung alam natin yung target market natin kasi importante dyan yung gender and yung age kasi once yung target natin is na-identified, this is where the product design, yung presyo, yung kung paano natin siya ipopromote sa ibang tao. Syempre, kailangan natin maging attractive, depende sa target market natin.
Yes, thank you for that, Ms. Carmella. Siguro yung pinaka na-pick up ko po doon sa shinare ninyo is consumer-generated marketing. Kumbaga, ako bilang isang consumer, pag nagustuhan ko yung aking experience with a brand, with a product, definitely I will share that with my friends, my colleagues, my family. You will even see other people say they just want to recommend that this is not sponsored or anything. Pero pag iba talaga yung experience nila, pag naging maganda, they would definitely share it to others. How about you, Miss Jillian? What are the marketing strategies na feel mo pasok para sa mga on a budget?
Okay, actually, Mary Grace, sobrang dami na nasabi ni Carmella. I think she already said most of them. So, kasi mostly yun naman talaga are very important. Like yung sa trend, so customer service is actually very important. But honestly, very hard to handle online. I think you will agree, no, Carmella?
Yes.
Iba yung customer interaction natin kasi kami may store. Iba yung handling mo ng face-to-face. Ito online, parang you have to go an extra mile. Maliban sa customer service, I think an effective marketing strategy is yung operational excellence ng brand, yung pagiging accurate mo para maganda yung customer service mo. Yon. And then some specific marketing strategies that we tried in Shopee are actually advertisement. I think siguro Carmella, yung sa store nyo, no, meron din mga advertisement, mga free shipping, cashback programs. Kasi when we started with Shopee, yan nga, 4 years ago, we tried to explore ano yung mga pwede naming salihan ng mga program, kung pasok ba siya sa budget, mahal ba, mahirap, or ano, yung ang sasuggest ko din sa mga new sellers and mga ongoing sellers. So there's no harm in trying or joining, 'Di ba? Try lang kung ano yung mga ino-offer ng Shopee and then tignan kung ano yung mag-work for your store. So, yun.
Yun. Actually, maganda yun, Miss Jillian, na yung last na share mo, yung what will work for you. Because maybe for a business, ganito yung strategy na nag-pick up sa kanila. For you, maaring hindi parehas. No? It depends on your target market and at the same time, the products and services that you offer. And since both of you have mentioned that in joining campaigns of Shopee to participate, to be on a certain campaign, where do you guys get ideas? No? Kung paano kayo pwedeng mag-conceptualize ng mga, or saan kayo kumukuha ng inspiration? Miss Carmella.
First, nung una pa lang kami dito sa Shopee, nag-base lang kami sa marketing tools ni Shopee. And then, as time goes by, nag-refer na rin kami sa iba nating mga e-commerce seller, big or small man na company, meron tayong matututunan sa kanila. And we take them as our inspiration. Their success help us to understand the different phases of our business. Like in the beginning, di ba, we're trying to experiment pa on new strategies. We may fail at first, but just like any other companies, the eagerness to provide good quality product to market is what we keep us.
Ay, gusto ko yun. Yung we may fail in the first few parts, pero tuloy-tuloy lang, no? As you go along, mas natututunan mo, no? Mas nalalaman mo kung ano yung mga techniques na mas babagay sa iyong product or sa inyong company. I thank you for that. Parang ano lang yan, Miss Universe, Pia words back. First, second, medyo hindi naging successful, pero on the third try, doon talaga nag-pick up yung kanyang success. So, well, that's something we can all relate to, right? How about you, Miss Jillian? Do you want to add on to where do you get inspiration for coming up with your campaigns?
So kami naman in Human Nature, we actually have 3 advocacies, which is pro-poor, pro-Philippines, and pro-environment. So most of our new product launches and campaigns are actually centered around the pro-environment advocacy. Like for itong past few months, nag-launch kami ng bar format ng products like shampoo bars, feminine bars. So some of our promos were centered on that, wherein we are aiming to reduce the use of plastic bottles. And then aside from that, yung mga campaign ideas, promos are also centered kapag may mga holidays like Father's Day, Valentine's, current trends sa market, and then and then pag may mga campaigns, usually nagko-coincide naman yung in-store promos namin with our current Shopee promos as well.
Okay. Kumbaga parang very holistic, no? Kailangan magkahati-dikit and connected yung inyong mga strategies, whether that's on-store or online. And yes, kumbaga, actually nakakatuwa din na kahit kayo ay may physical stores, you guys can still manage both. And you're able to transition nicely to the digital or the new normal setup. Okay, I think meron tayong isa pang question here. What are the common mistakes businesses make in e-commerce marketing? Naku, ayan na tayo sa mga mistakes. Miss Carmella?
First yung sa tingin ko yung inconsistency kasi yung mga una pa rin kami din naman napagdaanan namin yun na yung about posting hindi palagi, 'di ba? So kailangan maging consistent tayo. And of course, yung wrong target market na pagdaanan namin yan kasi kung mali yung target market natin, syempre, mali rin yung hindi rin natin sila mapapapayag na bumili ng product natin or something, 'di ba? But we need to try to advertise our product on other people. Syempre, kailangan ng experiment palagi. And like for example, yung age bracket nung mga tao, akala natin ganito yung age bracket pero mali pala tayo. So, malalaman din natin yan through social media kasi makikita na natin kung hanggang anong age, 'di ba? Yung naaabot or yung anong age yung mga palaging nagvi-visit sa social media natin. And of course, yung timing. Most of the time kasi this is something that we need to catch the attention of our audiences. Like for example, yung trend, kailangan natin makasabay dyan. Kailangan on trend din tayo mismo. Alam natin kung ano yung trend sa gantong araw or kung ano yung magte-trend pa sa mga susunod na panahon.
Oh, thank you for that insight, Miss Carmela. Actually, totoo yun, no? Kapag may mga pinagdaanan kang challenges, tapos pag nalampasan mo yun, then definitely you can already face whatever challenges pa na darating sa susunod na mga panahon, tulad ng iyong sinabi, di ba? How about you, Miss Jillian? Do you want to add on to this one?
Okay. Again, Mary Grace, sobrang agree ako sa mga lahat ng sinabi ni Carmela. And then, I would like to share lang personal na mga mistakes and challenges na na-encounter namin through the years. Since, yun nga, 4 years na kami sa Shopee. Number one, mostly operational. Let's say, yung transparency ng paggamit ng product, quality of products, and photos. Usually, dun kami medyo, yan ang isa sa mga mistakes namin because we have a high number of SKUs. Minsan ang mga products namin, ang bilis mag-change ng labels. I think that's one marketing strategy na it's very important na lagi tayo updated because nasa online era na tayo eh. People believe what they see and what they read. So it's very important to be accurate kasi sometimes may konting changes lang. Let's say yung dati nilang nakuhang packaging mas yellow, yung ngayon mas pale yellow. So they may think na baka fake yung product. Yun, common na na-encounter namin yun sa amin na kailangan we have to be updated sa mga ganyang aspects. And then since we've been with Shopee pre-pandemic and then ngayon pandemic, isa sa mga major adjustments namin is inventory level and preparation during campaigns. Kasi prior to the pandemic, yung mga double campaigns, ano lang siya, regular busy day na okay lang, carry lang. Pero ngayon, nung nag-pandemic, our campaigns are very, very tedious, very tiring. Sobra siyang iba sa dati. So, kailangan physically, mentally, emotionally, kumbaga operationally, sa lahat, prepared ka para you will be able to deliver your best sa customer. And then, I also mentioned kanina yung operational excellence and accuracy, which I think is in touch with customer service. Kasi yun nga online everything, walang kulang ng personal touch, walang face-to-face. Kung meron tayong mali, ang hirap mag-apologize, ang hirap mag-explain. Di ba, Ms. Carmela, parang pag konting mali lang, medyo negative agad yung comment. Minsan masakit, di ba? Pero pag matagal mo laging ganon, okay lang. So we do our best to be as accurate as possible. Kasi importante yun yung marketing na you'll not be able to market properly kung tayo mismo lagi puro mali. So let's try to be more accurate. Let's try to be more patient. I think Shopee has taught us over the years to be very, very, very patient. And then, ayun, customer service. Sobrang important. Pero alam naman natin na we cannot please everybody. But syempre, at the end of the day, we try to be as respectful, as compassionate, and as kind as possible. So, yun.
Ang daming insights. Nako, nakaka-relate din tayo dyan for sure because even tayo po as a seller, no? Tama po ba sa mga sellers natin that's present here on Zoom, on Facebook, and on Shopee? Kahit kayo po ay isang seller, tayo din po ay isang consumer, right? So you know what you like, how you want to be approached as a consumer. Ganun din po yung way of treatment natin sa ating mga customers. Nako, ang dami nating insights na nakuha, pero sige, we will be taking a little break from our discussion or our brand panel discussion. So to Miss Carmella and Miss Jillian, thank you so much for that very interesting details and knowledge na share niyo po sa amin. Take a little break first and I'll see you again in a bit. Yes, and that's right. Kanina po, earlier today, we have heard from Ms. Rhea as well about how important branding is for a business and how we can create or improve it further. We'd also learn mula po sa ating mga Shopee experts, di ba? How you can promote from Ms. Mia and Ms. Agatha, how you can promote your store using the in-app and social media tools. At syempre po, si Mr. Robenson taught us how to take good photos of your product in order to represent your business well. At syempre po mula sa ating mga brand panelists for today, from Ms. Carmella and Ms. Jillian of Philippines and Human Nature Manila branch, yung kanilang mga best practices, no? Especially in this time na from pre-pandemic all the way to pandemic, and yung kanilang mga adjustments to everything that's happening in the new normal. Kaya naman, ito ha, titignan natin. Nako, ito muna, announcement to our viewers watching now on Facebook and Shopee. If you are interested to become a seller here on Shopee, ano pang ginagawa nyo? Scan the QR code. We will flash right now. There you have it. That is our QR code. Start selling on Shopee right now. And of course, with that, our acquisition team or our representative from the acquisition will be getting in touch with you. Syempre, gusto natin mapalawak pa yung ating marketplace sellers together with all the brands, your favorite brands on Shopee. Sabi ko nga po, anong man gusto mo, may kita mo yan sa Shopee, di ba? Kasi lahat yan available, making it so hassle-free for you to purchase and to sell as well. And also, if you have more questions, I believe we have some questions already coming in sa ating Q&A function. If you are tuning in via Shopee and Facebook naman po, you can send in your onboarding questions via email at selleracquisitionph@shopee.com. And our acquisition team will also be responding to you right away. And now we want to wrap up everything that has been discussed to equip all our sellers with the right marketing tools and knowledge when doing online selling. Kaya naman po, imbitahan ko po ulit ang lahat nating mga speakers for today to be on the same screen with me. It's my honor to be doing this. So would like to welcome back once again Ms. Rhea Matute, Ms. Mia Mendoza, Ms. Agatha Chua, Mr. Robenson Ong Lo, also our brand panelists, Ms. Carmella, Peña, and Ms. Jillian. Hello! We are back right here on the screen. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again. At gusto ko sanang sabihin to share the stage with all of you. Pero bilang virtual tayo, to share the screen with all of you. Okay, so to everybody watching, kasama po natin sila ngayon, lahat dito. So I'll be jumping straight to our first question, and I want to address this to Ms. Rhea. Ms. Rhea, how should our sellers start conceptualizing their branding? Kasi yung iba isipin ng branding logo lang or branding name. Paano kaya sila pwedeng magsimula?
I think they can start with a journal, whether that's a physical journal or a digital journal. Just write about why you started the business or why you went into the business, and really understand your motivation, the purpose. Because right now, parang people, they don't just buy products or they don't just buy services, but they buy into the entire business or into the entire brand. And it's very important to communicate that. And yeah, so parang you just take stock of what you have, what your expertise is, about what your passion is as a business owner, and why you feel that your product or your service is superior to other brands or to other businesses. And yeah, so parang you just understand what you stand for as a business, as against the competitors, and find a way that makes you unique, and try to uncover that, and then see how you can communicate that to your consumer, to your target market.
Okay, very, very insightful yan, Ms. Rhea, no? At kumbaga parang we wanna bank in to our strengths para yun yung maging ating unique selling proposition. All right.
We call it expertise.
Yes, and the expertise that we know, kasi hindi tayo pwedeng mag-excel, so hindi tayo expert, tama po ba?
Correct.
Yes, correct. Okay. But ito naman po, of course, for our Shopee experts, Ms. Mia and Ms. Agatha, what tools have been the most effective for our sellers? Ms. Mia, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I think I want to mention muna something that Ms. Jillian said earlier, na it's really dependent on your business, the type of products you're selling, how big your business is, and what you want to do. But among the different tools that I mentioned earlier, the thing I think I want to highlight, especially sa mga pabago pa lang Shopee sellers and yung mga thinking pa lang to join the platform, is to start with simple ones like vouchers. What's nice about using Shopee vouchers is they're not only so simple to make, they're also super versatile and pwede siyang gamitin across different formats and even on social media platforms.
Ms. Agatha?
Okay, on social media naman, what's working for our sellers, I think, would be remember, we have to consistently create your content, post your content. So actually, yung Facebook, yung Instagram, they already have a scheduler. It's called Facebook Creator Studio na pwede na nilang diretso magamit without having the need to like subscribe or like pay for any other tool to help them publish their content, schedule their content, and see kung ano yung analytics, kung ano yung cost nung receivers ng content nila. No? Another tool siguro that I can suggest would be Canva. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with it, but you can actually use it to create great looking social media images quickly. Meron dyang ready to use templates. We have almost 2 million templates available in helping you make your images look professional without having to do much actual of design work.
Yes. So kumbaga no, sa mga sellers po natin, there are a lot of free and available tools na mabilis gamitin at maaari natin gamitin to get started with our journey online. Ayun. Thank you so much, Miss Mia. Thank you, Miss Agatha, for that. And for Sir Robenson, mabenta yung presentation ni Sir kanina, no? How can our sellers tell if they use the right angle, yung positioning para sa kanilang product photo?
Okay. Remember natin, you only have 1 second to capture the heart and mind ng ating mga audience. Pag yung picture mo, again, yung picture mo ay isang photograph, they will stop and click further. Pero pag yung picture mo ay isang image, they will just swipe it away. So, pag ang binebenta natin ay product, it should be properly photographed. Halimbawa, yung picture na yun, puro shadow. Maitim na nga yung binebenta mo, cellphone, maitim na nga, puro shadow pa, hindi na magbumukhang cellphone yun. So, properly exposed. Isa sa mga pinakamahirap kunan ay yung glass kasi madalas yung glare. So, siyempre with proper exposure, proper tools used, proper lenses, diyan natin makukuha yung madi-differentiate yung product. Saka, siyempre, our audience is our best judge. Pag naging mabenta yung iyong produkto online, ibig sabihin, properly exposed at properly presented yung iyong produkto.
Nako, thank you for that, Sir Robenson. Kumbaga, yung sinasabi nga nila no, sa industry natin, hindi naman sa customers always right, but they are the reason why you do what you do, kumbaga, no? And you as a seller or you as a provider of a service or product to be exact, yung kailangan mong ma-address yung kanilang mga problems. And paano yung sila mapupunta sa pagbili? Yun yung first impact, the first impression, which is through photos. All right. Thank you so much once again. Grabe. Ang dami nating natutunan para sa araw na ito. And kitang-kita naman din po mula sa comments ng ating mga viewers here on Zoom, on Facebook, and on Shopee Live. But once again, let's all give a big round of virtual applause para po sa ating mga speakers for today. Thank you so much. We have Miss Rhea, Miss Mia, Miss Agatha, Sir Robinson, Miss Jillian, and Miss Carmella. Thank you so much. Sa ating mga viewers po on Shopee and Facebook Live, if you guys are interested to be on board as a Shopee seller, you can scan the QR code na ipapakita po namin ngayon. There you go. Start selling on Shopee right now. And you guys can also email us through selleracquisitionph@shopee.com for all your questions. Muli, maraming salamat po for joining us in this Saturday morning, and we hope today's event has been helpful for you in boosting the promotions of your e-commerce business. And of course, a special shout out din po pala sa ating mga brands who supported our event. We have Puluz, Vivo, and WM Shop. There you have it. Happy weekend po sa inyong lahat. Once again, this has been your Singing Shopee host, MG. My name is Mary Grace Koo. Salamat, Shopee, and always stay safe. See you next time.